Hey, I'm Kristen, and Dave is somewhere, and this is Accidental Nonsense. David is off getting some card games for us to play at the end of this podcast.
All right, I'm here. That was good.
Today, we've got lots of different things to talk about today.
Did you introduce the podcast?
Of course, just hop on in.
Good.
They're waiting for us.
All right. So, episode 5, you said that already?
No.
Good.
But this is episode 5.
We're on episode 5. We're going to be talking about time travel and stuff like that today, just for fun.
Yeah.
But holy cow, what was that? All right, but we're going to start off with, if you had to, that game before.
Ooh, we're going to start with that.
Okay, here we go. Well, yeah, we're going to start with this. We're going to change it up a little bit, this podcast. All right, here we go. These are good. Would you rather, well, not would you rather, it's if you had to. If you, oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. This podcast is starting off great. This episode 5 is going to be terrific. All right, if you had to, would you prefer to be hunted like an antelope by a bunch of wealthy colonial Englishmen, or wear full scuba equipment whenever you leave the house?
And the hunting is only a one-time thing?
I'm guessing the hunting is a one-time thing, but it might be a...
Or every time you leave the house.
But it might be like an end-of-the-life type of thing. You're being hunted like an antelope. How are antelope hunted?
I don't know, but I assume they're a bit more graceful, right?
Well, I mean...
Can you take off the scuba suit after you leave the house?
I guess it's up to deliberation.
I think maybe I'd do the scuba suit.
Yeah, I do the scuba suit. It's a whole lot less stressful.
If the hunting was a one-time thing, maybe.
And also, you know how those like wealthy colonial businessmen get.
Yeah, but I feel like you'd be able to outrun them easily. Like
I don't know. I'll do the
just like throw some gold coins at them.
I mean, the scuba diving's more simpler. It's more of my speed, where it's just like, oh, I just got to wear the scuba dive outfit. I don't have to like outrun like.
Have you ever gotten into a scuba suit?
Nope.
Seems like a lot of work.
I'm gonna have to though every morning.
They're pretty tight, right?
Get an extra large one.
You should do that one week. Just test it out.
Right.
And let us know how it goes.
Oh, I will. Well, I'll wear a scuba suit on the podcast.
Ooh.
All right. Anyways.
Speaking of scuba, what is your favorite morning coffee?
Cold brew.
Type of coffee. Cold brew.
100%.
Oh, nice.
Or like nitro cold. Any cold brew. It doesn't matter. I don't drink hot coffee.
Any cold. Never. Even in.
I never used to like coffee at all until like they started making the cold stuff.
The cold stuff. I think it's been around for a while.
Well, I mean, I never knew it.
I never drink cold coffee.
So we're complete opposites.
There we go.
So I'm all about, it could be -10 outside. I'm pulling up getting an iced coffee.
It could be 110 and I'm pulling up
getting a hot coffee. So there we go. And whoever in the chat on YouTube, what is your favorite type of coffee? You could write your thing. You're right. We'll probably have like one person.
Write into us. Let us know. Thought you were asking me.
No.
We won't say mine.
Anyways, all right. Let's get into like some of the like topics at hand for this episode, and also our videos are all up to date on YouTube now. And also on Spotify, you could listen audio version. So there's that. Everything's up and running. So, and it's running pretty smoothly, I think.
It's real smooth.
All right, wait till we get into the really tough subjects on the podcast.
Wait till we get into the double digits.
Then things are going to go crazy. All right. So, one of the here we go. All right, let's start with that. All right, we're talking about time travel. Do you think we could ever time travel?
No.
You don't think so?
I think maybe we could do things that are like simulations eventually. like say we really get into this metaverse stuff. I think that would be the only kind of time travel.
Like,
but I don't know. Maybe it'd be possible.
Like you can go to like different times in history and walk
Yeah,
around.
yeah, or like, and it's like a simulation, but it's like very real.
Right.
It's not actually like time travel, or you can't actually change things about your life,
Right.
Unless it's like a simulation type of thing.
Yeah, I always like wonder because I'm like when it gets to be like the year like 4031 and like Elon Musk's great grandkids are coming up with crazy stuff. I always wonder like what it's gonna be like. Are we gonna be able to time travel? I doubt we'll be able to. But even if we can, I'd be like I don't think it would do anything to like my faith or like anything like that. I mean, like, could you imagine though? It's like I'm gonna time travel back to the Bible days.
That's some intense.
So God, you gotta listen to Jesus. He's right.
I don't think I would want to go back there.
No, me either. They'll probably be stoned to death or something.
Doesn't seem like a good place to be alive.
No. I guess that leads to the question. Oh wait, first I found an article when I was doing my research before this podcast episode, and it's
you did research?
I did. It's 5 ways that we could do it, and it's talking about 5 ways that we could like time travel. You want to hear them?
Oh, yeah, I do.
All right, number 1 is time travel via speed. So it says this is the easiest and most practical way to time travel into the far future. Go really fast. And it says it's according to Einstein's theory of special relativity. When you travel at speeds approaching the speed of light, time slows down for you relative to the outside world. So that's one way.
So basically you could go into the future but not the past.
Yeah, so you can't go into the past, but you can go into the future. So that's via speed. Next is time travel via gravity. The next method of time travel is also inspired by Einstein. According to his theory of general relativity, the stronger the gravity you feel, the slower time moves. As you get closer to the center of the Earth, for example, the strength of gravity increases. Time runs slower for your feet than your head.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
See, this is the kind of stuff they should have taught us in school instead of like math.
Instead of science.
Yeah, right. I don't know about time travel. And you could look in. There's like a whole like article, but you could look into it more on your own time. But next one is time travel via suspended animation. So this one is another way to time travel to the future may be to slow your perception of time by slowing down or stopping your bodily processes and then restarting them later. So basically, it's like going into hibernation.
Oh, that's like yeah, like the cryozone.
Yeah. So it's. Oh, and apparently they have not
like freezing.
They have not been able to do this because of your like metabolism. But it says though completely stopping your metabolism is probably far beyond our current technology, some scientists are working towards achieving inducing a short-term hibernation state lasting at least a few hours. So they're testing all this out.
Interesting. I wonder if they're going to start using that for weight loss.
Yeah, right. It's like, can you do the short-term hibernation?
You come hibernate for like a week.
Right. It's like I lost 50 pounds. All right. Number 4 is time travel via wormholes. General relativity also allows for the possibility for shortcuts through space-time, known as wormholes, which might be able to bridge distances of 1 billion light years or more, or different points in time. So that's interesting. That's like that Interstellar. You ever see Interstellar?
Yeah.
It's that seems like that. Where he's like yelling at his past self.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's what I was wondering. So if we time traveled, would our old selves be there too?
Actually, I have a question right after the 5th one.
No, that'd be kind of weird.
The 5th one is time travel using light. Another time travel idea put forward by the American physicist Ron Mallett is to use a rotating cylinder of light to twist space-time. Anything dropped inside the swirling cylinder could theoretically be dragged around in space and in time, in a similar way to how a bubble runs around on top of your coffee after you swirl it with a spoon. So none of this stuff makes sense to me.
No.
No. No, it's way above. It sounds like they're just like, yeah, it's just messing with time, but not actually like time travel. It's like technically you're living in the future right now.
Right.
So here's
we're always living in the future and the past.
That's true. There it is. And if you get on a plane and come to the United States, you are going into the past, right?
That's true.
All right, here's the question. This is a good time traveling question. You can only go one way. Time travel. One way. You can't come back. You can go one way.
Well,
and actually, they were saying if you do time travel, that's how it would be. You can't like do boom, boom, back and forth. All right, so you can only go one.
So you wouldn't be able to come back if you went to.
Yeah. So you can't come back, and you have to. So you choose the future. You're going to the future. You can't come back to where you're at right now in point of time. You go to the past. You're there. All right. So you can't come back, and you have to choose right now. You can't wait till your family dies. Do you go to the past? So let's just say like 20 years or 25 years. Do you go 25 years into the past or 25 years into the future?
Ooh. Past. I mean, I don't know.
You though?
I'm just jumping to my death.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you'll still.
My head goes to dying.
You'll still be young though. You're still going to be young because you're leaving right now in this point in time.
Oh,
you know
yeah. But will it? Yeah, it won't age me.
No, you don't get aged.
All right, so I'd be. Wow. So everyone around me will be old, though.
I got a good answer, though.
I don't know. I think it would be interesting to see what happened. Like imagine 25 years ago hopping to now. Like there's been a ton of technology changes. You would be so lost. Yep. So it would be interesting to see everything that changed and happened. Maybe I would pick the future, but then the only thing that would be sad is if you lost people.
Oh, and you found out about it?
Yeah, like our parents could be dead.
I'm sure they probably will be.
So, I'm sure. So, like, that would be the only thing is, like, you hop up and then you can't go back and you lose all these people, like, right away. Would be intense. But it would be interesting to see.
Yes, so. Well, I would choose the future. And here's the reasoning. If I go into the past, there's going to be another one of me. Because the past me was there. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to run into yourself. Mm-hmm. But if you go into your future, you are your future self going into the future.
Unless the future is already happening.
Oh, shoot.
And you're there, too.
Oh, shoot.
Depends on how you do
Now we got a plot twist. What if Dave's waiting for me in the future, and he knows I'm coming, and he shoots me? Yeah. I'm going to the past. I changed my answer.
In some movie.
I'm not messing with future Dave.
I'm not messing. Younger Dave. Past Dave's more naive. You go back to past.
Well, past Dave's about. He's a kid, so I'm gonna take care of him.
My past self, I would be 2 years old.
See, so that would be easy to take care of.
Yeah, then you start like feeding yourself little bottles.
You raise yourself.
Like, guess 2 years old.
Raise you to conquer the world.
Yeah.
All right. Yet another question. It's kind of similar to this one. But if you could travel to any part in history, forward or back, where would you go? Where would you go?
Specific time period.
Yeah, in history.
You go.
You want me to go? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that I would probably choose like the biblical days. Probably just because I want to see what happened, right? I want to know. So I'll probably choose like around when they think Noah and his boat. And I would just make sure I'm going to get on that boat, though.
Okay.
Because I want to know how it all went down.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. If you don't see me in the future, then...
this could be the end of you.
But I just want to know how it looked. Like, could you imagine? Like, just the whole world just covered in water. Nothing but you in a boat and animals.
I don't think I want to imagine that.
That's why I'm going.
See, it'd be cool to go back to certain periods in the past, but also things weren't super great for women back then.
Shave your head.
And so, even in I'll just shave it. G.I. Jane. But it'd be cool to see certain things like, I don't know, in the very far past, just to see what the world was like and like how civilizations were, and just to actually be there, like ancient Rome and things would be kind of interesting to go and see. And but I don't know, it'd be cool. Maybe I would still say the future because it would be cool to see things that we don't already know.
Right.
Unless I'm going to like maybe Stonehenge to see how they did
So
that.
how'd this all work?
So maybe that'd be cool. And answer a few questions, but
Yeah, I don't know. I just think like, just like biblically, I'd probably like try to like go back and just figure things out for myself.
I'd probably get like thrown in jail if I went back there. I'm too stubborn.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd be like, "What'd you say to me?"
You'll get stoned to death.
Yeah, I'd get stoned.
But no, I think it'd be pretty cool though. Like just like, or even like what we talked about in the travel episode, like Mongolia, like travel back just to like hang out with Genghis Khan, right? I'm sure he's a nice guy, right?
You want to chill with him?
Chill
Yeah.
with Genghis
Grab
Khan,
some tea.
a freaking like war killer. It's like, hey man, how you doing? Or
Do you want to go check out Stonehenge?
wrapping all our episodes up together. I'll travel back and I'll make sure the CIA takes care of Castro.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, we got some better ideas.
We have some better ideas. So,
All right. This is an interesting question. If you could get the correct answer to any question, what would it be?
so you ask a question, and you get the 100%. They'll tell you the truth.
You will know. Yeah.
I would probably ask the question: did they fake the moon landing? That's my question. 100%, and I know their answer.
That's what you're wasting.
I'm not wasting it.
What's
Their answer is going to be yes, and we all know it.
Oh, nah.
They faked it.
Dang.
Why
Here we
why
go.
haven't we been back?
It's because they went up there and they
Exactly.
were like, "Dang, nothing's here."
Nobody's been back. No other country.
You mean no one's been there?
Why haven't we?
So you are under the assumption that
They lied.
faked it. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that?
100%. Until we go back in today's day and age,
Oh, man.
and someone makes a TikTok on the moon, I will believe that they faked it.
Did you hear, what was it? A satellite? Oh no, it was what's his name's rocket or something.
Oh, Elon
It like
Musk.
veered off course. Yeah, it was gonna hit the moon, right?
Yeah. He's gonna blow up the moon.
Did that happen?
I don't know.
I was like, how are we letting these things happen?
I'm starting to think every single day that Elon Musk is just a villain.
Oh, he's like throwing rockets at the moon, just leaving things in space, which I guess we've done for a long time. But
He's
also, the International Space Station is going to crash to Earth in 2031.
yeah. How's that gonna go? Because isn't that thing massive?
Yeah, they're going to drop it in the
Okay.
Pacific Ocean.
Well, I don't care where they're dropping it.
Just
We
gonna-
don't know how that's gonna work.
Just-
We went to Houston, the space station in Houston, and they showed like they test in like a practice in like a replica space station. That thing is big.
Right.
That thing's gonna hit the ocean and then create a
How big?
tsunami.
How many cars is it?
How many cars? That's probably at least like 7 school buses.
I think I read that it's like a football field.
That's pretty big, crashing to the earth.
Is what I read. And not the Earth, the
It's
ocean.
gonna hit. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, they know there's an
Is
there's
that
an
different?
island out there with like just somebody vacationing.
Yeah, right.
What was that?
My dog sneezed. All right. Yeah, Elon Musk is the
He's the
supervillain
Despicable Me guy.
of our time. That's what it reminds
That's
me of.
him.
It really does. He kind of looks like him a little
So
bit.
Elon Musk, if you're listening,
And also, what's up with Jeff Bezos and his super yacht? Have you seen
No.
that?
Oh, let me Google it. Here we go. We're gonna do another Google.
Google it, pull it up. So he is, I guess he has a super yacht, bought a super yacht. Anyways, there's a Dutch bridge, the Rotterdam Bridge. It's this historic bridge. They're going to dismantle because his super yacht can't fit under
Oh,
it.
that's the first thing that showed up on the thing. Holy cow. $400
Yeah.
million. Dollars.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this up.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me pull this up.
So instead of getting a smaller boat, they're just gonna dismantle this bridge. I hope he's paying the city a lot of money for that.
All right, let's see here. All right, is right there. There it is. For those on audio version, if you want to look at it, you got to go to the YouTube page, Accidental Nonsense Podcast. So there's the super.
He
yacht.
also looks.
Yeah,
he looks like Lex Luthor.
He looks like Lex. So we got Lex Luthor over here, and then the dude from Despicable Me throwing rockets at the moon.
Well, supposedly, and this is all from a BBC Instagram post is where I get my news.
That's okay though.
But supposedly it won't be able to leave I'll just read it here. It won't be able to leave the Netherlands without passing through Koningshaven, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, bridge, known as De Hef. And so that has a history back to 1877. So I don't know what his plan is. But
he's going to take over the
he's
world.
got his super yacht, wanting to take it around. I don't know why you wouldn't just get your super yacht and take it to somewhere more super yacht friendly.
Yeah, right? Why are you trying to go over these small bridges, Jeff Bezos?
Like, go take it somewhere else where you can just chill on the beach and ride it around.
Jeff Bezos, if you're listening, you need to get on this podcast and defend yourself.
Come at us.
Oh, here we go. Get back on topic now. Time travel. Here's a good one. All right, so I don't know if you've ever seen this, but there's a photo, which probably other people have seen. I'll share it on here. Again, audio, I'm sorry. It's a photo. I'll explain it. Here we go. So this is apparently a time traveler from like the 1920s. There it goes. 1920s. They're on some movie set. They say this person's talking on a cell phone, which wasn't invented like till decades later.
So the picture is this person in a fur-collared coat?
A top
in
hat,
a top
yeah.
hat. And they have their hand up to their ear. You can't really see much else. I don't know if you can see like a phone type of thing. Maybe they have a zoomed in version. But it's black and white, and they've got their phone up. They've got their hand up to their ear. This is my dog bone. And it looks like they're on a cell phone, yeah.
So they're saying this is a time traveler.
But they could, he could just be scratching his head.
He could be. And also, have you seen this? This will also be on the video. It's a photo of, I don't know if you've seen these photos of the celebrities that look like they, similar to people in the past. So they're saying time traveling celebrities, which makes a lot of sense to me. And this guy's supposed to look like Jimmy Fallon. Can you see it? Can you see Jimmy Fallon?
Wow, yeah. He does. I mean, mainly the facial hair, but...
So if you just Google time traveling celebrities, you'll see all these photos of people who have looked identical to people in like way back when. So something fishy's going on. In the past.
Who would you be?
Who would I be?
Who would your celebrity be? If like in the future, or I guess the past. Anyways, who's your celebrity look like?
Who's my celebrity look like? I don't know. I don't think I have one. But I will say, if someone had to play me in like a biopic, if I had to pick a celebrity that's like, this guy's going to play me in a biopic, I always said Charlie Day. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
It's from Always Sunny. Have you seen that show?
Oh, okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about now?
No, I know who you're talking about. The main guy.
I'm going to show a photo just for our like viewers. But I've always said, oh yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Charlie Day is going to play me in a biopic. So I'd say that I'd be his whatever you said.
So I did show us
let me
Charlie
show you
Day.
Charlie Day.
I did you know how Instagram has those different filters and games that you could do?
Yeah.
I did a celebrity lookalike one, and they weren't very accurate. Oh, I wasn't thinking of him. I was thinking of the other guy.
Oh, no.
But that's
the man.
That's the man.
So Charlie Day, if you're listening. No.
After this podcast gets going. Anyways, it told me that Zendaya was my celebrity lookalike, I don't know how true that
Now, who's
is.
Zendaya?
Someone Zendaya, she was in Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man's girlfriend.
She was like a Disney. She was a Disney star for a little bit too.
Okay.
She's been in other things too. She's been in a lot. But that's people probably know her from that.
Here we'll show her
But
too.
also someone told me I looked like Leah Remini, but I don't know if that's true. I feel like she's got more going on. Yeah, that's Zendaya.
So Zendaya.
Here we go again.
So
this should just be Google with us.
Hey,
podcast.
no, it's okay because people who are watching on the YouTube, it adds an extra flavor.
It adds some salt.
This has been a fun episode.
We say that about every episode.
I know. No, episode 4 was good. No, there's still more though. What's the other one you had?
If you could change anything.
If you could change anything about your past and add anything to your future, what would it be? You want me to go first?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if there's much I would care to change about my past because I like who I am now, and who knows if that would change if I changed it, you know?
No, I was going to say the same thing. Like, I don't know if I would want to, because if you change something, like, I feel like I had a pretty good life.
Even the slightest thing, like, say I'm like, oh, I want to give myself more money. What if that changed me?
Right.
Like, maybe I would be different.
Yeah,
I'd be killing dogs.
I hate dogs.
Making coke.
Now, I guess the one thing I always think of is, I always say this. I always say that, like, I wish I would have had a plan going into college of, like, what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I wasted like 5 or 6 years before I decided God called me to be a Salvation Army officer. Like, I feel like I wasted a good chunk of my time because I was just like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm just going to hang out.
Maybe that was God wasting your time.
God was wasting my time. I don't know. He's like, I'm going to waste this time until he decides right. But as it relates to adding to my future, I would just say, give me some extra years onto my life whenever you're going to take me.
You want some extra years. But do you want to, what if it's like extra years and you're catatonic?
Oh, shoot, dang, man. Always ruining my...
Or do you want like good extra years or just anything that you can get? I just want
more time with my kids than whatever time is allotted to me. So,
okay. Would you live forever? Would you want to live forever? If you could be like mobile and...
See, my health anxiety brain is saying yes. I want to live forever. But I don't know. That would be really painful though, because then it's like even if you're going to outlive all your family. I mean, I guess you kind of might not though. I mean, because you'll have your grandkids. You'll have
You'll have some.
You'll have grandkids and then grandkids, great great grandkids, and it's like, man, great grandpa just lives forever. I'm like, I know I lost the rest of my family, so now all I got is you guys. Let me tell you stories about the past.
You better hope they keep having kids.
Actually, that'd be kind of cool. I'm gonna live forever.
All right, you convinced me. Yeah. I mean, I always said that I would choose to live forever. If I could add one thing to my future, I don't know. I mean, maybe it would be like, if besides living forever,
cheaper plane tickets.
Maybe it would be like cheaper plane tickets, or just like to have a comfortable future, like not even to be really rich, just to be able to like travel a bit, maybe not work, just enjoy life,
just
do random
podcast
stuff, like help people, you know.
All right.
If that was one thing, if that were possible, I would definitely live forever though. I've always said that. I think I have a fear of dying.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm right with you.
Oh, my question that I would want answered.
Oh yeah, you never gave that. What would you want answered?
I didn't do it. I would want to know what happens when we die. Like, you can do like faith and stuff and all that, but like we don't really know like what it's going to be like and all that. Like, you don't really know.
See it. Or not see it.
Yeah, I want to be like, all right, what's this actually going to be like? What happens when we die? Are we right? For one? We don't really know. We're kind of hoping. Well, yeah, I would want to know that. But all of that revolves around my anxiety around death.
Well, it's funny because like even like you think about like faith, and then even like Jesus and everything, and he like a lot of people were wrong about like what it was going to be like when the Messiah returned, right, and came to Earth, and like a lot of people were wrong about that. So like nobody really knows. Like we could be wrong about like
We don't know anything.
heaven could be like some golden streets leading to like a little wood shack in the woods, and that's the shack you get. That's the shack you get in heaven. It's like Thanos.
Or would there even be houses, or would we just be like one with nature and be good?
That'd be amazing though. Either way, I think it's gonna be okay.
We'll
Here's
see.
the one. We're wrapping up here. We're hitting the limit of how long we wanted to make these podcasts. But here's one. If you could have dinner with anyone, this is kind of like with time travel, right? Alive or dead, who would it be?
Maybe I'll have a better answer eventually. This sounds very stereotypical, but Mother Teresa seems like a nice
Everybody
lady to have
picks her.
dinner with. I know, that's why I said it seems stereotypical. But she was so chill and like loving and nice, and she kind of had like a tortured soul. Like she wasn't like happy all the time, but she cared for people. So I don't know.
I would pick Genghis Khan. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you would.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Have you ever seen that TV show with the Marco Polo TV show? You have to check it out. My answer. I said living or dead. I mean, there's a lot of people who are dead that I was like, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people you'd want to sit down with, right? So many people. Like, I feel like I would just say right now, and like I'd just be like Will Smith. Let me just.
Or was this a living or dead question?
Yeah, alive or dead. I'm like so many. Like, just give me Will Smith.
Give me Will Smith. Will Smith, if you're hearing
Will Smith,
this.
if you're listening, we want you on the podcast. You're my choice.
We're going.
We don't even have to have dinner. Just get on the podcast.
Yeah, we can have dinner on the podcast.
We should do. Is that what we're gonna start doing? It's like, what do you have for dinner tonight?
Start eating spaghetti. That's like slurping noodles on the podcast.
That's like the Impractical Jokers started doing that during like some of their like episodes. But during the pandemic. All right, I think that's all we got for time traveling and all that.
That's all
we'll get more into time traveling and everything later on, and touch more on these subjects later on. But that was fun.
Maybe it'll be in the past.
Maybe we'll revisit the past. All right.
Maybe it will be after.
Do you got anything else to share?
Nothing else.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. This is episode 5 of Accidental Nonsense, and I think that's a wrap. There's nothing else to talk about. Please like us, follow us, comment on our stuff, interact with us,
subscribe,
help us get Will Smith on the podcast.
Email
us, text us,
send us a carrier pigeon.
Right. Do whatever you can. All right, we're out. Goodbye, everybody.